Welcome to Sailing with Lucy and good morning from beautiful Lake Macquarie, New South Wales. If you're here for the first time, then you won't know that 4 months ago we had an infestation of sea life in our raw water system, which necessitated that we take the entire system apart to refurbish it. If you want to see those videos, they are linked above. So you can imagine we were very happy to be casting off from Sydney to sail Kekaimalu to Lake Macquarie for minor repairs and an antifoul. What we didn't tell you in the last video is that once in the lake we were met by marine rescue who offered to guide us through the only narrow channel that gives access to the lake. Unfortunately, we still ended up aground in the soft sand and needed to be pulled out before finally making our way to Empire Marina. Stay with us as we unveil Kekaimalu's transformation and we run aground again. Only this time it's far more complicated. Lake Macquarie is 40 nautical miles north of Sydney and is the largest saltwater lake in the Southern Hemisphere. And here's what surprised us, it's twice as large as Sydney Harbour. Empire Marina, situated on the north part of the lake, is well run, the staff are super helpful, and the boatyard has a good reputation. While here, Jim took the opportunity to install an oil pressure, exhaust temperature and engine temperature alarm.
I'm just in the cabin underneath the pilot house starboard side where you just saw me removing the panelling around the ignition switch. So the plan is to remove these panels and bring the wires down from around the ignition area down into the engine bay and hook them up and see how we go.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open in your bed, 'cause there's a time coming when the devil gonna come for you.
Oh, very nice. Happy with that.
Fingers, stay prepared. I've got my weapon and I got my prayers, 'cause if you don't run this town, they'll walk all over you. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better run on. Run all day till you can't be found. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me. You ain't gonna outrun me. You ain't gonna, you ain't gonna outrun me. When I was younger, my mama said, gotta make your green and you'll be seeing red. 'Cause if you ain't got none, well, nobody gon' come for you. She would tell me tales that would leave me scared.
I'm just going to tape up the back of this hole when I sand it so that I don't get too much dust in the instruments area.
Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better run on. Run all day till you can't be found. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me.
So it's very simple to install. Basically, you just need 4 cables. I just got 2 2-core and stripped them. And one cable brings the power from the ignition switch. It initially starts at the oil pressure switch in my setup, and it's fitted to a piggyback blade terminal, which then allows me to continue that from that sensor onto the engine temperature sensor, and then from that sensor onto the exhaust temperature sensor. So it's pretty simple to install. If the oil pressure drops below 10 psi, the switch closes and the current flows and activates the alarm. Same with the engine temperature and the exhaust temperature. It's pretty simple.
It was the day of the lift out and we were excited and nervous. Jim's really good at spinning the boat around its centre by using the wash of the prop rudder. Look at that. Perfect.
The mast for the wind generator and outboard davit is fouling the cross beam of the lift, so we just need to get it right. That's all. It's just a matter of playing around with it to get the right position.
Hauling out a boat is always a nerve-wracking experience, but the staff here took their time and a lot of care in doing it the right way. Thanks, guys. Well, that's it. Just some minor superficial repairs and the antifoul, and she's ready to come home. Boat goes in the water today. That's very exciting. Misha has done 2 circumnavigations. Amazing. So they've put prop speed on the prop. That's great. All we have to do is provision, return to Sydney by car tonight and return tomorrow by public transport to bring Kekaimalu back to Sydney. We're back in the water. Yay! Hi everyone, good morning. We're in Palm Beach.
There's no shortage of beautiful little wooden boats here.
Yeah.
I presume being serviced by Mackenzie Shipwrights, which is just next door. They do a lot of timber boats.
We're on our way to collect the boat to bring it back to Sydney. So sailing life can be complicated.
We just get the ferry across to Patonga. And then hopefully a shuttle bus organised by the ferry people to Adelong. Then a bus to Woy Woy Station, and then we're up to a place called Fassifern Railway Station. And then a bus to Marmong Point, so we're doing the tourist trail today.
There's Kekaimalu sitting pretty. It was time to leave. Lake Macquarie is so beautiful. It's hard to say goodbye, particularly on a perfect afternoon like this, unseasonably warm with very little wind, just right for getting out of the lake. We'd booked the bridge for 5 o'clock, so we had plenty of time to get to the narrow channel by 4:30, when we calculated the tide would be right to enter the channel safely. We'd have about a foot under the keel, or so we thought. A week ago, when we entered the lake, we recorded our track into the channel, so that all we had to do now was follow the exact route in reverse. All in all, we were confident, but we still made contingency plans. We got out the bosun's chair and had ropes ready, as well as 2 20-litre containers to hang from the boom just in case. Marine Rescue said they'd be around if we needed them, and that was a good thing because of what happened next. We were just at the edge of the narrow channel, keeping an eye on the depth, which was shallow but navigable, when we lurched forward and we knew.
We're stuck.
Marine Rescue were helping another boat, so Jim swung me out with 40 litres. That didn't tilt the boat enough to get it out of the sand.
You might have heard about the current state of Swansea Channel. Malcolm Drews from the Lake Macquarie Marine Rescue said they've had to pull off around a dozen boats which have been caught on the sand while navigating the channel in just the last month.
In the meantime, Marine Rescue arrived and finally pulled us out.
Our motor's on. They're going to try and tow us off a bit.
By that time, we had already missed our 5 o'clock bridge and we'd have to wait until 6. This meant we would now have to negotiate the narrow bridge opening in the dark with 3 to 4 knots of current against us without getting the spreaders caught or hitting the side of the bridge. I can tell you we weren't looking forward to that. Well, that was a crazy afternoon. We got through and then we had to get a mooring in the dark. That was really hard with the current going against us. We lost the gaff hook, but luckily we did get the mooring on. And here we are, about to have a nice, well-deserved dinner and then bed, and tomorrow we get out of here. Having said that, we'll definitely come here again, but not until it's dredged. Join us next time when we have the best sail in years. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, subscribing to our videos and joining our YouTube family. If you hit the notification button, YouTube will always alert you when we bring a new video out. Also, your comments help us to get to know you and inspires us to keep sharing our lives with you. Finally, we hope wherever you are in the world today that you will feel loved and safe. And don't forget to keep your tail wagging.
Come on, Lucy. Lucy!